Hey, how's everybody doing? How is it going? I hope you're doing good. I myself, I'm not doing as good as I normally am. I'll openly admit that. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. First, I want to tell you that I'm going to try to keep my wits about me when I'm telling you. But I know in my videos in the past, I've talked about my dog, Starbuck, and I think I even talked about in a more recent video of how he'd had a seizure. This was about a month ago now, kind of out of the blue, and like 10:30 at night, he had a massive like grand mal seizure. And we never had any issues like that before that I knew of. I mean, granted, I do work, so when I'm at work, he's here by himself, so it's possible he could have had him prior to that, and I just didn't know about it. But you know, he had a bad one, and he got through it, and you know, like 45 minutes after that, he was back to his normal self. And a few hours after that, again, this was about a month ago, I woke up because I heard him making the same kind of chewing noise, and he was seizing, but it wasn't like where he was kicking and his legs weren't like getting stiff or anything like that. And the second one, whereas the first one he had kind of a blank look, like he was completely detached from what was happening, the second one I could see him focusing on me, and it was as though he was aware something was happening, but he just didn't understand why, which that made two of us because I didn't understand why either. But again, my first thought was that he had he had gotten something and it was still working its way out of his system. That one only lasted about 15 seconds. And within 5 or 10 minutes, he was right as rain again. Okay, fast forward to just recently. As far as I know, I didn't have any more, this past month. Until this Sunday night. I heard him on the floor. I was watching TV, but I heard him on the floor kind of moving around, and it sounded a little off. It sounded a little weird, like he was almost, I want to say, kind of being like rambunctious. And I got up and looked, and he was having another seizure. So I got down, and I comforted him. I made sure that he could, because even in the middle of the seizure, I think he could feel when I was petting him or when I was touching him. And I talked to him, and got close enough to where even if he couldn't focus on me, where he could at least smell that I was there. And it lasted 30-45 seconds, and then he got all right again. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't immediately call a vet or anything, is because one, he's 13 years old. He's pretty much at his life expectancy. Two, chances are, at that age, whatever it was that was causing it, since I kind of ruled out that it was just something he was getting into outside, chances are it wouldn't have been something that could readily be fixed. At best, there might have been medication to kind of help with it, but ultimately, it wasn't going to get rid of what it was. And two, I mean, like I said, it was, late at night. I know the vet I normally go to, they're not in the office at those times, so. But he got through it, and again, a little bit after that, he was fine again. The next night, around the same time, he had another one. Not as bad. It only lasted maybe 15 or 20 seconds. And a little while after that, he was right again. And then Tuesday night, he had another one, and it was a bad one. It lasted for several minutes, and it was more intense than any ones he had before. So this one really scared me. I mean, even more than the first one. So I was debating. I was trying to look around. I even got on my phone and tried to look and see if there was someplace nearby that, you know, if they had an emergency number or something like that. And, you know, in the time when I was trying to figure out what was going on, he seemed to, you know, he started panting heavy, and he seemed to be like, because that's normally what happens after they come out of the seizure, you know, their body temperature has risen, so they pant to try to cool down and stuff. And he seemed to be kind of recovering. Well, over the next few hours, he went in and out of really mild. I almost want to say it's more, almost like more like a nervous tick, where it had just little motions and stuff, to where it was like something wasn't firing right. And when he would go to walk, at times he'd be walking fine, and other times it was like his back legs didn't want to work. And I really think that it had affected his eyesight too. Because in like a bright room, if I was like right in front of him waving at him, you could tell that he could see me. But in the darker parts of the house, and if I wasn't actively like making motion in front of him, he didn't really see me. He was walking into stuff, tripping over stuff. So that's that's when I made a decision. Even though I had to open the next morning, I had to go in at 4 a.m. This was at like 11:30 at night when it started. I stayed up all night with him to watch over him. And you know, when I finally got up and I knew I had to go to work, you know, he still didn't seem right. It wasn't 100%, but he seemed like he wasn't actively seizing anymore. But I made a decision, okay, I'm going to go to work, but as soon as I can get my break, I'm going to come home and check him on again. Hopefully he's better. But even then, I kind of made a decision, if he's not, it might be that time. I went to work, and as soon as I got my break, I came home, and he wasn't any better. He was a little worse. So I called my mom, because again, she's had a number of dogs. She's had to have some of hers put down. And I asked her, because I was on break, I asked her if she could call to the local animal shelter and see if they do euthanasia and how much it costs. And she said sure. But, you know, I told her what was going on. I said, you know, I think it's time. You know, he's had a good life, 13 years. He's getting old, and you know, it really made me think, you know, I think it's something neurological, and there's probably nothing that can be done to where he's going to get better. At work, I mean, at the best case, it might be bearable, but ultimately, to me, he would just be unduly suffering. That's not necessarily in pain, but he'd still be suffering for that duration, and I didn't want that. So I you know, when she called and found out that the local animal shelter went to be a no-kill shelter, so they didn't do it, but she found a vet in Troy that would do it, and they would get us in that day at 4 o'clock. So at the time you're watching this video, at the time it's posted, my little buddy that I've had for 13 years has probably been gone for a few days. So forgive me. It's definitely not going to be the same around here. I mean, it was weird earlier when I was eating. You know, I was actually doing it in peace. I didn't have him barking at me. I know I'm going to have moments for definitely, you know, the first couple weeks, but I would guess just for him personally, as the character that he was, and he was, there's going to be stuff for the rest of my life that every once in a while it's going to cause me to think about it. You know, that's how pets become, especially, you know, like for me, especially dogs. every dog I've had through my life, I was generally more attached to than, say, like gerbils or fish and stuff like that, because you have a lot more contact with dogs. And to cat people, I'm sure you feel the same with cats. But yeah, I just, sorry for this long intro. If people don't want to watch the video, I understand. What I might do is maybe I'll break this down and just do it in 2 videos because of this. I'll just do half these boxes now, and then we'll do the other half in a separate video, so it's not too long. But I just wanted to get that out there, because I know at least some of you that have watched the videos have heard me talk about my dog, have probably even heard him occasionally in the background barking. Because when I had the front door open, he always thought it was his job to bark at anything that happened to go by. I'm going to miss that too. Everybody keeps asking, well, are you going to get another dog? I'm not. Not right away. One, I'm going to do like a thorough cleaning of the house, because it was a Cocker Spaniel. He did shed a lot. So I'm not trying to get rid of him necessarily, but I just want to get the house cleaned up. Not only just for myself, because I like my house being clean, but also so down the road when I do get another dog, I don't want another dog coming in and automatically thinking that there's a dog already here. I know that sounds weird, but people that are dog lovers and have dogs, I don't understand that. I eventually will, but for now I'm just going to concentrate on that, and then I got a couple of projects here in the house that I want to do. A couple floors I'm thinking about redoing, and obviously that'll be a lot easier to do if we don't have a little fur ball running around and getting in the way. So, alright, that's it. If you're still watching, I appreciate you humoring me. I apologize for getting emotional a little bit, but it can't be helped. They really do become your family. And he was there every day. Every day I came home, he was there to greet me for 13 years. So. Alright, what I have here is 10 more, but I'm only going to do 5. 10 more of the $12 Grail or Grail Golden Ticket mystery boxes from Undiscovered Realm. Chance I might get some duplicates that I've already gotten. Maybe I'll get some ones that I haven't gotten. Maybe I'll get a golden ticket. Who knows? Let's dive in. First up, we have the Concept Series C3PO. Nice. Nice, because I've got, in the other ones, I got the, they're right there. I got the R2-D2 and the Yoda Concept Series one. So, that'll be nice. Then I'll have another one. Let me bring up the Funko app. We'll scan these as we go. Again, I'm only going to do 5 because the video is going to, it should clock in right around about 20 minutes, what you should be used to with my videos. And again, I do about $13. I was kind of expecting that because I think that's what the other 2 were. So, again, I apologize for kind of the somber opening, but I do thank any of you that were watching still, and that you didn't mind me doing that, because it is kind of therapeutic too to be able to talk to people in this way, talking through YouTube. I didn't quite, if I was talking to somebody face to face, I'd probably get a lot more emotional than I did. Next, we have, we got a repeat. I've gotten this one before. I already know this is going to be $13 from the last time I looked it up. We have Concept Series R2-D2. I won't need to keep this one, so eventually when I get around to doing either another Whatnot live auction, you'll find the information from Whatnot down below. Or I'm thinking about some of my Funko Pops, because I didn't have a lot of luck on Whatnot because I don't have a lot of followers on her yet. Now once I get more followers, that'll change. But for now, I might list some of my Funko Pops back in my Mercari store to see if people just want to buy them outright. Number 3. Nothing big yet. Of course, we're only 2 in. This is number 3. Number 3, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Because number 3, we have the Yoda. which again, I believe this is $13. I already got this one in one of my other boxes, so I will not need to keep that one. So, reiterate what I just said, and that pop will be available eventually. And the way I do it normally, like on Macari, I normally list them for a few dollars under what they're trending at. And obviously if I do it in a whatnot auction, I use the starting bid at even lower than that, but somewhere between what I'm paying for it and what its current value is. Now in this case, I basically paid $12 for it, and it's only worth 13. So I would probably just try to, since I don't have a lot of followers in there, I'd probably just try to, start the bidding at like $8 or something like that. So if it only goes for that, at least I'm not losing a lot. Next we have, I've had this one before too. I got a couple of these now. Ash from the Evil Dead 40th anniversary. Cool pop. I really like it. Should be great to get Bruce Campbell to sign. But again, this will be one that I don't need to keep. We're moving right along, so maybe we'll just knock all 10 of these out. What do you say? This tape thing that worked pretty good. Next, we have got the Vision 50s from WandaVision. I think I have this one. Yep. I got this one also once before, so that one also will be available eventually. And now I'm not looking it up because I know it's not. Well, that one. Let me look that one up. That one I don't really remember. I don't think the Ash one was worth a whole lot. We'll scan these real quick and see. Yeah, $12 for the 50s Vision. And $17 for the Ash. So I think it actually went up a couple bucks. Alright, next. This will be number 5. Where are we at? 7 now. I think I will go. I'll wait and do the other. I'll wait to do the other 5 in another video. Man, this one's really tight. There we go. Put it up with a knife there. Cut the cord. Next up, I already see this is a repeat of ones I got before. But that's alright. Because, the great thing about these is every time, I think I might have had one out of all the ones I've gotten that had a slight crease on it. Or there was something. Like very minimal damage. All the rest of the ones I got, like all of these, look immaculate. But we have Taco. From the Mutant Turtles. I don't have this one. I've gotten it a few times, but I didn't keep it. The only ones I really keep from any of the Mutant Turtles series are if they're the actual Turtles, Shredder. Now, if I ever get like a Foot Soldier one, I'll probably keep it. But all these secondary characters, nah. All right, well, that's it. That is the first 5 of the $12 Grail or Fail Golden Ticket Mystery Boxes. No big hits. Only got one that I didn't have already. But that's fine. That's fine. And actually, I did open 6 of them, didn't I? Yeah, I opened 6 of them. Alright, so we'll do the other 4 in another video. But, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. I know the opening monologue, if you will, about my dog was kind of a sad note. But I thank you for humoring me if you got through that and you watched the video anyhow. I appreciate it. Until the next time, everybody look out for yourself and those around you so that we all have a much better chance of staying safe and healthy. And the next video will be a lot shorter because we'll just be doing the other 4 of these boxes. Hopefully we'll hit something good. Maybe an autograph pop, maybe a golden ticket for a PS5. That'd be great. Till then, see ya.